Another week, another painfully slow news drip for our highly anticipated Pokemon title, Pokemon Legends EA. But we're getting there, guys, we're getting there. While we likely won't be seeing any more trailers until 2025, we are once again hammering at the cracks Game Freak left since the teaser. And this time, rather than looking behind the scenes, we can turn our eyes to something that's been staring us dead in the face. Granted, it stared us in the face so quickly that most people missed it, but it was there nonetheless. Yeah, in the first teaser for Pokemon Legends EA, right as we transitioned from paper blueprints to the digital futuristic ones we'd see for the rest of the trailer, a logo flashes us brightly, with writing that's so barely legible you might think it's gibberish, and the logo itself essentially looks like a giant particle effect amidst all the others. However, this small collection of frames reveals something huge to us, and the impact of its meaning reaches deep into the story and the setting of the game. So much so that this logo and brand will likely be prominent throughout our entire playthrough of Pokemon Legends EA. That's right, this here is what we call the Quasar Company logo. As the text beneath the symbol says Quasar, much like the Galaxy Expedition team was to Pokemon Legends Arceus, the Quasar Company will be to Pokemon Legends EA. Now, what can we glean from this revelation? Well, quite a lot, actually. The design of the logo is the biggest teller. On first glance, it resembles a flash of energy, but on further inspection, that's not all it resembles. As Pink Giratina has recently pointed out, you might notice that the symbol also resembles common depictions of a black hole. But okay, why? Why would it resemble a black hole? And what's the point of a black hole in Pokemon? Well, to understand this further, let's look at the definition of a quasar, because believe it or not, that's a real thing. A quasar is essentially a young galaxy. It's a celestial object of immense energy that exists in extremely remote areas in the universe from us here in the Milky Way. And as young galaxies, they typically shine far brighter than standard galaxies. Not only that, but being so young, quasars do seem to contain black holes at their center. And when you tie all this together, many suggest that quasars represent new beginnings, or evolution, if you will, for the universe. This is obviously relevant in Pokemon for many reasons. I don't think I need to explain the evolution part, but the new beginning is actually relevant with Pokemon Legends EA, as going from Z back to A quickly signifies a new beginning, which in turn also expands on the concepts of what evolution can mean in the context of Pokemon games, aside from Pokemon changing forms. This seems to have a broader meaning and implication on the world we inhabit in Pokemon games as a whole, but again particularly in Pokemon Legends EA. After all, in X and Y, Team Flare's goal was to destroy everything to build anew. The force that might be aiming to do this in Pokemon Legends EA is still unknown, but I would actually argue it's not going to be the Quasar Company. Much like the Galaxy team was an innocent version of Team Galactic that existed in the past, I do believe Quasar will be the innocent version of Team Flare that exists in whatever time period Legends EA takes place in. And just like our player character worked for the Galaxy Expedition team in Legends Arceus, I believe we'll be working for the Quasar Company in Legends EA. Now, the natural follow-up question to this is what exactly will we be doing when working for the Quasar Company? Well, we can simply fit all the pieces together and deduce the answer. First, we established that a quasar is an immense source of energy. In the teaser for Legends EA, the futuristic style of the living blueprints seems to suggest a powerful energy source sustaining the city life that we're seeing, and this entire segment was preluded with the Quasar logo, which is essentially telling us, the viewer, that we're viewing this living blueprint through the lens of the Quasar Company. Yes, this entire redevelopment plan is spearheaded by a quasar. Within this redevelopment plan, some might say, we are creating our own young galaxy, that we're evolving a habitat to host Pokemon and humans alike, that we're creating something beautiful, a new beginning, like Lysander always wanted, and we're doing so with a reliable power source. Now, here's where the ethics of this project come into question. as with anything, there is a sustainable and healthy way to transition to this new way of living, which is likely what our player character will push for, but I do wonder if there will be company members who will want to rush the project in an unethical way, or maybe even some dissenters who don't want us to live in harmony with Pokemon at all. Those dissenters might band together and team up with a mischievous Pokemon to stop all the progress. Could that be Veltal? Hoopa? Maybe Zygarde himself? Time will tell. But with this redevelopment project being run by the Quasar Company, and knowing that we'll be working for them, this also tells us a lot about what the gameplay loop will be throughout Pokemon Legends EA. As Quasar members, we'll likely be tasked with helping catch Pokemon that can inhabit the new areas that we build up as the game progresses. Looking at the map, it seems to be divided by sectors, and will likely unlock new sectors of the map as we progress through the story, with the new areas only opening up as they're finished being built within the in-game lore. Each sector will likely represent a particular biome that humans and Pokemon alike choose or need to live in. And yes, that will probably include a snowy area. Some of us like snow, okay? What I'm really sus about is if there's a volcanic area. Now, that would be weird. But what we'll likely see, instead of a volcanic area, is an industrial area that utilizes fire types. As we catch Pokemon and fill out our Pokedex, we'll also probably have tasks to catch specific Pokemon for specific building tasks. That was a tongue twister. Let me explain. We'll likely need fighting types for construction, electric types for jump-starting power sources, and fire types to light heaters at night. Those are just a few examples, but you get the picture. And all of this will be to fill out and flesh out Lumio City, and I, for one, cannot wait to be a part of it. But what do you guys think about the Quasar Company and its ties to the story and gameplay of Legends EA? Was there something I missed, or do you have a different idea entirely for what the company will be doing? Comment your thoughts down below, and afterwards check out more of my videos like this one here where I discuss the role Lumiose Tower will play in ZA. I've been johtojonny, and I'll catch you all there.